7 wins, 1 draw, outscoring opponents 28-5. Phoenix Rising has made it abundantly clear that visitors have a snowball's chance at Phoenix of leaving Wild Horse Pass with 3 points. Burgeoning star Ronaldo Davis leads the way as Orange County SC attempts to accomplish what no other team has this season, while Santi Moar looks to ensure their snowball melts all the same. It's a top-of-the-table clash in the Pacific Division coming up next. We had to wait until mid-August for the first meeting between Phoenix Rising and Orange County, but good things come to those who wait. This 2021 Phoenix Rising season is presented by Equality Health. With Manchester United great Gary Bailey, I'm Joe Malfa. Glad to have you with us this evening. It's first place Phoenix versus second place Orange County. As we take a look at the standings, we see a pretty sizable gap between the two.
Yeah, 11 points. That's how much better Phoenix Rising are at this moment in time. But Orange County are a good side as well. A couple of new signings we'll talk about. But that's a look behind themselves there. San Diego 1 point behind. Tacoma 4 points behind, but with 2 games in hand. So crucial match for Orange County tonight.
And good luck coming into Wild Horse Pass, where Phoenix is just unbeatable.
28 goals scored, only 5 allowed. I mean, it's phenomenal. It's so tough. But of all the teams who have a good record, away at Phoenix, it is Orange County with 4 points taken from the last 10 visits. 3 of those, in fact, were wins. So perhaps Orange County can surprise us all again tonight.
Let's take a look at our player to watch, brought to you by Pacific Office Automation. It's Aiden Quinn, who spent the last couple of years with Orange County.
Yeah, and huge respect from Orange County for this player. They were so sad to see him go because he is absolute quality, but Braden Cloutier just saying that, you know, there's a few in the locker room who want to just remind him what he left behind.
And this defense for Orange County, it has been stellar this season, tied for 3rd in the league with 6 clean sheets.
Yeah, they're so good, aren't they, in defense? Hard to beat, but they're going to be tested to the full here tonight. Phoenix Rising going forward are just out of this world. Of course, we will talk about Asante, but there's so much more. Egbo, a good holding player up front. They're going to test that solid Orange County defense this evening.
And for all that talent up top, it's Brent Richards who's feeding them the passes.
Yeah, 5 assists he's got. And just the 1 goal as well. Lots of experience at 31 years of age, and he'll be needed just to calm things down away from home. Wild Horse Pass, never an easy place to go to.
Couple of changes for Phoenix Rising, but it doesn't matter who's out there. This team is loaded.
Oh, isn't it just? 3 changes. Andre Rawls coming in for Ben Lunton. Goals as those two battle it out. Also battling it out, Tate Schmidt comes in for Ryan Flood, and Joey Farrell replaces Manuel Madrid. But look up front there. Egbo's just added something that Daddy Schoff didn't have, that ability to hold the ball up and bring into play. Santimoa and Asante just scoring goals for fun this season.
On the flip side for Orange County, not many changes here either, and they are very happy to have Akoli back atop the formation.
They are. What a good player Sean Akoli is, and Chris Wien stepping out there. That's one of 2 changes. Brent Richards comes in. The youngster Kobe Henry steps out. And we think Brent Richards will play at left back and Alston at right back. Not 100% sure. We'll see how that plays out. Damas, of course, is the man to watch. He is in blistering form.
Phoenix and Orange County are slated to meet 4 times in the next month and a half. And we're just moments away from the first clash between these division rivals. First place Phoenix, second place Orange County. Lineups and kick after the break.
Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
We're Carvana, the company who invented car vending machines and buying a car 100% online. Now we've created a brand new way for you to sell your car. Whether it's a year old or a few years old, we want to buy your car. So go to Carvana and enter your license plate, answer a few questions, and our techno wizardry calculates your car's value and gives you a real offer in seconds. When you're ready, we'll come to you, pay you on the spot, and pick up your car. That's it. So ditch the old way of selling your car and say hello to the new way at Carvana.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa Debit Card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
just about ready to go at Wild Horse Pass. Phoenix in the white from right to left. Orange County in the blue from left to right. It's a big game feel to it. First place in the Pacific, second place in the Pacific. It's Phoenix and Orange County. We're underway from Chandler, Arizona. These teams have been very even over the last couple of seasons. Last year, their games were pretty low scoring as well. A pair of 1-0 finishes, one for Orange County, one for Phoenix, and then a 1-1 draw. So last year split right down the middle, 1-1 and 1, and no more than 2 goals scored in any of those games.
It was two very, very good teams. Phoenix Rising getting the better in general in terms of league positions, but Orange County have been there and thereabouts. And in fact, and I was just saying beforehand, of their last 10 visits, in 4 of them they've taken points away from this ground. 3 of them, in fact, were wins. So 3 wins and a draw from their last 10 visits to this, or not the specific ground, of course, because they're new at Wild Horse Pass, but away at Phoenix. That's a good record against this incredible Phoenix Rising outfit. So I know that Orange County fans feel that they maybe can get something out of this match tonight.
First meeting of the season, 23rd all-time. 9 for Phoenix, 7 for Orange County, and 6 draws in there. Moar presses it inside. Aiden Quinn, former Orange County man. First game back against his old team. Spent the last 3 seasons with Orange County, 84 appearances, 23 goals, 19 assists. Braden Cloutier was sad to see him go. It's part of the business, but excited to play against him tonight. Moar, all he needs is a half a chance. He powers through. Egbo takes it. It's blocked.
That's an early example of what Phoenix Rising can do. It was one player after another, and here, turnover ball already.
Gerald Flores might be a busy man tonight.
I would think so. I think there's going to be some tough tackles flying around because these are 2 very good teams, and you want to get the better of your rivals, and if you have to get a little bit physical, you will do. And I expect to see a little bit of that tonight.
Let's take a look at tonight's injury report brought to you by Spooner Physical Therapy. Lubin out for Rising. A slew of injuries for Orange County. It's been an issue for them all season long. Braden Cloutier is excited that they are on their way back. A number of those players, pair them with some of the new signings during this stretch where they've had to deal with all the injuries. It's given the depth of the team valuable experience. And it's going to make for some tough lineup decisions when everybody is back. Just look at Wean drop from the lineup tonight.
Yeah, and if Olsen comes back soon, and they've got Darwin on the bench, he's an important player for them. So quick in counter-attack is Darwin, and they're going to want him to get back to full fitness as quickly as possible. Pity about Adam Jean and the long-term injury. But for Darwin Jones, he's on the bench. We might possibly even see him in this match today.
Ryan Olasky can't keep it in. Phoenix, as you would expect, historically high-powered offense, leading the league with 38 goals scored coming into this game. Average of 2.4 per game. But what makes Rick Sean smile is the fact that this year, unlike past years, they do have a defense-first mentality, as crazy as that sounds considering how many goals they've scored, and they take pride in winning games 1-0.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, and he knows from going to the playoffs almost every single season that in the playoffs you have to be defensively extremely tight, and they've worked very hard on that. But unbeaten their last 8, 6 wins and 2 draws from their last 8, Phoenix Rising. They're just a team in unbelievable form, but if any team can surprise them, even on their home ground, it is Orange County, who have had their number, as we mentioned, a few times in the past.
13 goals against for Phoenix Rising this season. That's 0.8 per game. Orange County, a sneaky potent offense, though, again, despite the injuries. Pass back here puts Rakowski under some minor pressure, and he clears it. Orange County tied for 9th with 26 goals, so they have had their fair share. A lot of them have come from Ronaldo Damas, who's streaking down the middle, was hoping for the pass from Sean Okoli.
It's going to have to be an improved Orange County performance. They lost last time out at home 3-2 to LA Galaxy 2. Gave away some sloppy goals defensively. They weren't tight in their marking. And certainly Braden Cloutier felt that as a team they didn't work hard enough and they didn't work for each other enough. So they don't come into it on the back of great form, like Phoenix Rising do, of course. But they have the capability, and of course with Sean Okoli back again at the club that he was at before. Suddenly you chuck him up front as well, and you mentioned Damas in such incredible form. Suddenly they have the ability to take on Phoenix Rising.
Ball over the top. Pressing forward was Aiden Quinn. Back for Tate Schmidt. Moar calling for it. Clever ball in. Santi Moar can't get there ahead of Patrick Rakowski.
It's a sign of things to come for Orange County defense. Moa getting behind you on the one side. Solomon Asante dribbling past you on the right-hand side. And Egbo is your target man who holds the ball up and brings the others into play. Very, very difficult to defend against, and it'll be a big test of Orange County's team defensive ability tonight.
Third in the league with 6 clean sheets. If they could come up with a clean sheet at Wild Horse Pass, that might go down as one of the best clean sheets of the year in USL Championship. Okoli, Damas, Hazilowski uses him. Chance here for Orange County, back across, stop is made. Andre Rawls gets a hand to it. Ronaldo Damas was waiting for it.
Crucial save from Monday Rawls there. Just wondered if Damas might have a shot himself, but then he saw Iloski in space and used him.
Here's Iloski again. Cuts it back, lays it off the shot, ends up in the supporters section. Richards pressing forward.
It was a good chance for Brent Richards. Lovely set up by Iloski. Thought he could have done a bit more with it, but here's that opportunity a few seconds earlier. Damas there, he turns him. Can he shoot? Goes out wide to Iloski. His first touch just takes him away from goal. Andre Rawls with a crucial save there. Because if he doesn't, you're quite right, that goes straight to Damas, and that's an almost certain goal.
Damas right now leading the team. 9 goals for Orange County in just 12 matches.
That's a better rate of return than Solomon Asante or Santi Moa, and that's saying something.
I believe the ball was played out because the ball is flat. You see the 4th official checking on it. Don't see that too often. Joe Farrell launches it all the way down, and Richards calmly chests it back to Rakowski.
And we were asking the question before the start, will Brent Richards play at left or right back? He is at right back. We saw him bomb forward there, so he's obviously going to try and support the attack whenever possible.
We've already seen a couple of heavy challenges put in on 50-50 balls. Braden Cloutier used the phrase, this is going to be a man's game. Expected a lot of heavy challenges, a lot on the line. Again, it's a big lead right now for Phoenix in the table, but with 4 head-to-head meetings, that could change. This one chipped beautifully. Rakowski parries it away. Aiden Quinn nearly did it to his former team.
Brilliant skill there from Quinn. Absolutely stunning, and what a save from Patrick Rakowski getting back. But the speed with which Quinn just weighs this up and the weighting of the ball. Look at this, he sees the keeper. It's a fantastic chip, and the keeper has to use a full stretch. It's his fingertips. Absolutely, have a look at him. Full stretch there, fingertips, just claws that one away from going in the goals. What a chip from Aiden Quinn. What a save from Rakowski.
Quinn sends it back post, free header off a teammate, still alive. Farrell was there.
Wow, we're 10 minutes into the game. There's chances at either end. I think this is going to be a fantastic match to watch for everybody, no matter whether you're a fan of either side or a neutral. 2 wonderful attacking teams. I think and hope we're in for a massive treat tonight.
Flipped over for Olaski. Damas again streaking down the middle. Olaski comes in, left foot, cuts in again, tries to find an alleyway, but James Musa gets in the way of it. Great vision from Richards all the way across. Kuningau sends it across, and Farrell is there.
I'm just wondering, with that great effort by Quinn a few minutes ago, would he have celebrated against his old side if he'd have scored?
Definitely a no if it's at the opposing place. At your new home stadium, that's a gray area.
Oh.
It's a gray area.
I wonder if we'll get to find out whether he will score tonight or not.
100% no if it's at Championship Park. But a Wild Horse Pass, I don't know, I think you got to give I think you owe it to your home fans to give them a little something. I don't know.
But still a great chip and a wonderful save, and just to weigh up the goalkeeper there quickly and to be able to get the ball over the keeper under the crossbar. It's very special skills, and that's of course why Rick Shantz wanted to bring Aidan Quinn from Orange County. He said to us he'd always been a big admirer of Aidan Quinn, and when he got the chance to bring him, he snapped his hand off. Here we go, we get to see it again. Aidan Quinn, he just glances up there and he just sees the keeper a bit off his line, and the weighting of that ball, fantastic. And so was the save.
Out wide, Moar. Barely keeps it in. Arturo Rodriguez. Around the corner, back inside. Magic from Rodriguez. Chance here, takes a deflection. Rakowski there. Pinballed its way around. Rakowski comes up big again.
Lovely skills from Arturo Rodriguez there. Drifted in from the right-hand side to join the left hand here, but he's being pulled and tugged. Get past one man, nutmegs Brent Richards. Head up, puts it on his left foot, tries to find Egbo, then can't quite find him, but lovely run there. And again, we are being treated to some awesome skills in these first 12 minutes or so.
Braden Cloutier mentioned it's a very fast-paced surface. The fans are into it. It adds energy, it amps things up. He expected there to be a lot of chances back and forth, and so far we've seen it both ways. Musa, good ball through. Flag stays down for Quinn. He clips it in. Alvio is there.
I think it's important now for Orange County just to get their foot on the ball, calm things down. There's been a lot of pressure coming at them. You see Braden Cloutier down there on your right with the white shirt, just guiding his team and having a quick word with some of the players, just to settle it all down and try and get a bit of control in this match.
Both of these teams coming off results that they weren't really happy about. For Orange County, a late loss against LA Galaxy 2. For Phoenix, a draw that felt like a loss against Las Vegas. In the words of Rick Shantz, he took full responsibility though for that game. Felt the team was psychologically exhausted at the end of a 5-day stretch on the road against Oakland and on the road against Vegas. That his team come Monday morning said felt like it was a month of a road trip instead of 5 days. Felt he could have made a different tweak late in that game, brought on an extra center back, and it cost him in the end. They're happy to take 7 points from 9 on that little stint there of 3 games in 7 days. They felt they should have had 9.
Yeah, possibly, but I think they've been a little bit harsh on themselves. You know, 7 points from 9 ain't that bad. And to be fair, those who watched it, Roberto Molina had a golazo of note for the first goal, a double nutmeg, and a shot into the far side of the net. And then Traore with a tremendous strike in the 84th minute. So, you know, when a team scores 2 great goals against you, not much you can do about it. And I think maybe he's being a little bit hypercritical, but that's the standards that Rick Shantz is trying to set for his team.
Lofted in. Header snapped down into the hands of Andre Rawls. Again, the rotation continues among the goalkeepers. Rick Shantz feels he has 2 number 1s. They've showcased that so far with both keepers up around the Golden Glove race.
Yeah, I think both have played 8 coming into this match, so pretty much even. He did feel, though, when he spoke to us, that Andre Rawls makes the bigger saves. Even though Ben Lund's better with his feet, he said he felt Andre Rawls made the bigger saves, and he felt that Tate Schmidt is just slightly more mature than the younger Ryan Flood and prefers him at left back for the moment. But he said, hey, he's more than happy to have all these matchups and battles between players, and he'll just pick whoever's playing best at the time.
Tough decisions to make, but good decisions to have to make for a manager. Quarter of an hour into this one with Gary Bailey. I'm Joe Malva. Thanks for tuning in this evening. Top of the table clash here in the Pacific Division. Phoenix Rising 11 points clear of Orange County, but 4 head-to-head meetings starting with this one tonight. 4 chances at a 6-point swing for Orange County, and that deficit can close quickly if they're able to get 3 points. Calvillo slides it through for Okoli. Damas slips through. Everybody looking around, and the flag does go up on Ronaldo Damas.
That's where he's dangerous. Once he gets past you, the back four, you're not going to catch him. And that was a concern for Rick Shantz. He said, we can't afford to allow him to have a ball behind our back four. We've got to keep an eye on Damas all the time. And of course, now you've got Sean Okoli and his big physical presence. So it certainly is a test for the centre-backs of Phoenix Rising.
Sante, Lambert almost collide. I believe the word that was used to describe Damas was slippery from Rick Shantz. Just really tough to deal with. Always picking out the right runs in behind.
And one of the weak points for Phoenix Rising can be when they throw both their fullbacks forward. They're such an attack-minded side, especially at home. And if you see Darnell King and Tate Schmidt going forward, just leaves 2 centre-backs and often Kevin Lambert, the sort of defensive midfielder. So 3 of them at the back. On counter-attacks, they can get caught out. And Rick Shantz saying that was his major concern, is in that defensive transition. They need to get more bodies back quickly.
Quinn sends one through. Misplayed initially by Rob Kiernan. Fortunately, nobody in a white jersey back there to get a foot to it. Don't see a play like that too often from Rob Kiernan. Very steady center back.
Yeah, and picked out by Rick Shantz as one of the players to look out for. He was full of praise for Orange County. Rick Shantz, when we spoke to him, saying that they're a really, really good side. He picked out, as you quite rightly say, Kennan as a good centre-back. He said Wian with his 1 or 2 touch soccer, although Wian's not playing tonight. Iloski is a tricky player, but Damas was the man that he felt could do the most damage.
Egbo over the top. Quinn leaves it. Schmidt is there. Deflection on the way through. Play on. Errol Flores had a look. Felt it was clean. It's back to Schmidt. Equality Health reminds you that the next time you or a loved one needs preventative or routine care, go to your doctor first. Don't have a doctor? Go to equalityhealth.com to find one near you.
Just watching Aidan Quinn there and just wondering how the Orange County players feel about playing against a player who the last few seasons has been one of their star players and someone that they've really enjoyed playing with. And it's difficult when you come up against former teammates who are now opponents. You know, do you pull out the tackle slightly? Do you go in a bit harder than normal? You know, do you try and change it all? But all the time you're thinking of it, of course, it's playing on your mind. So I'm curious to see how it does play out. But Aidan Quinn's such a top-class player, and that left foot of his is absolute magic.
Solomon Asante provides the pressure. He's still sitting on a milestone. He's at 49 regular season goals. He got there in 90 games. The record for fastest to reach 50 belongs to Chandler Hoffman, 50 goals in 100 games. Because Asante got there so quickly in 90, his little dry spell here where he hasn't scored in 4 games hasn't cost him. Today is game 95. He still has tonight plus 5 more to equal or best the mark set by Chandler Hoffman.
Just shows you how good Solomon Asante is. And it's not just the goals scored, it's the assists, it's his overall play. Of all the players in the USL, he is probably, for me, the most accomplished skill-wise. I think it was something like 16 caps for Ghana, and to play that often for a national team that good, you have to be a super talented player. And he's a little maestro. Just, you know, at home, he normally gets on the ball a lot more. We haven't seen him yet. Away from home, he gets starved of it a bit. But at home, they normally try and get him on the ball as often as possible, because he's, at times, almost, it's so difficult to actually mark him. He's so quick, so sharp, and plays a 1-2 and gets the ball back and scores a ton of goals at home. Maybe not quite as impactful away from home.
2019 league MVP. 8 goals, 6 assists already this season. Poised to strike at any moment. An unusual dry spell of 4 games for him without a goal or an assist. Schmidt opens up. Tried to find the pass through to Moar. Pass off of Phoenix, out for an Orange County throw. The best play on a new Ford is at Sanderson Ford, Arizona's largest Ford dealership.
That was a ball that Tate Schmidt tried to get through. Santimoa was gone. If that ball got through, they had a great chance on that left-hand side, Phoenix Rising. But good defending from Orange County, and it blocked the opportunity. There's a little maestro.
Asante has Arturo there. Darnell King barrels through, commits the foul. Quickly taken out wide, Kudingaus. Arturo Rodriguez and Ronaldo Damas very familiar with each other. Teammates on the 2019 USL League One Championship North Texas squad. Ronaldo Damas, the Golden Boot that year with 16 goals. Arturo Rodriguez, the league MVP and Young Player of the Year with 7 goals and 10 assists. Those two were a match made in heaven, with Arturo Rodriguez ability to pick out the passes and Ronaldo Damas the ability to shake free. No surprise, North Texas went on to win the title that year. On opposite sides tonight, and doing equally positive things for their sides. Rodriguez draws a foul here. Gerald Flores having a chat right now with Tommy McCabe.
Yeah, McCabe just sort of leaving his body in the way, knew what he was doing. Those more sort of professional fouls. But so far, so good for Orange County. They've been under a little bit of pressure, but they seem to have handled it fairly well.
Chance to get a ball into a dangerous area here. Rodriguez stands over it. Quinn will take it, lofts it high to the back post. Rakowski fumbles it. Musa trying to win it from Akoli. Laid out for a throw.
Keeper did well to come for it and get his hands on it. Just dropped it at the end there, but did enough to at least stop any Phoenix Rising player from getting a header.
Moar picks his head up, has a go.
See how quickly Solomon Asante was following up there. If that's on target and the keeper doesn't hold it, and Asante would have been there to smash it into the back of the net. Let's have a look as Santimoa starts winding up to get that. Solomon Asante turns, and there he is, just trying to pick up anything the goalkeeper should spill.
Moar and Asante in a little race among each other. 8 goals each, tied for the team lead. Now if the tie goes to the player who fills out the rest of the stat sheet, the tie would go to Solomon Asante. 6 assists to Moar's 4. Damas, heavy touch, able to regather it, didn't matter. Flag popped up.
Interesting, Dama's such a good player, but Braden Cloutier said he feels that he can get more from him. Maybe there's 4 or 5 goals that he's left on the table because he's still learning to be more tactically astute, and there was an example, getting caught offside unnecessarily. But he said if he gets in good positions, he's one hell of a player.
Schmidt across, chance here, Egbo. Slowly trickles into the hands of Rakowski.
Again, good pressure from Phoenix Rising, and just needs something to go their way. Maybe a deflection, maybe a little opening, but they certainly are testing out this Orange County defense.
Veloski has generated a couple of chances so far. Doesn't find an option there. The defensive shape of Phoenix, so tough to break down. Asante trying to transition quickly from defense to offense. Doesn't have the numbers, he'll slow it up a little bit. King. Back inside for Quinn. Musa wide for Schmidt. First time ball. It's blocked down by Richards. No trouble for Rakowski. Joins Orange County after a year in Finland. A couple of seasons actually. In the top flight of Finnish football. 54 appearances, 19 clean sheets. Good track record for the German keeper. He'll just throw it out here as Richards still slow to recover from that block of the cross. Braden Cloutier excited about where this team currently sits, Orange County. They have all these games against Phoenix in front of them. They're starting to get healthy. They're starting to string together some positive performances. It's just been late in games. He's been upset with how they've tried to close things out. They've blown a lot of points that they probably should still have in the tally right now.
Well, in the last calendar month, no team has dropped more points from winning positions in Orange County, 8 points in total, so you're 100% right. It's frustrated Braden Cloutier. Just 1 win in the last 6, and 4 of those were losses. So it's been a difficult spell, but they've missed certain players. Anna Volson's been away. Adam Jean has been out the whole season. What a big loss that is. And they have brought in Dylan Powers, who's on the bench, ex-Dundee United player. So he's an extra one they can bring on if needed. But certainly he's got to be careful, Braden Cloutier, because there's so many teams just behind him on the table that as much as he's looking up, he's also got to look behind him, and they've got to get points. And with big matches coming up against Phoenix Rising, they've got to try and get as many points from their big rivals as possible. So they're going to be huge games to watch, and this one tonight, I think we're just at the beginning of something really special. This clash, 1 goal either side, and it really comes to life.
Richards good to go. High into the night sky at Wild Horse Pass. Knocked back for Kevin Alston. Phoenix closing in. Some breathing room here for Alston. McCauley. Spell of possession here for Orange County. They haven't seen much of it. 60-40 right now through a half hour in Phoenix's favor. And just as I say that, given away, Kevin Lambert. Aiden Quinn. Egbo. Deflected on his way through, looking for Moar. Pressure from Moar, wins it back.
It's good play from Moar there. It's a small thing, but he hunted that ball down, won the possession back, and now they're on the attack again.
King. It falls for Schmidt. Lays it inside. Quinn misses it. Damas stumbles over it. Arturo Rodriguez. King gets set for the overlap. Asante cuts it back. Asante, a chance to strike it. Rakowski makes the stop. Anytime he gets the ball, you can sense the stadium holding its collective breath, waiting to see what Solo might come up with.
He just couldn't find a way through that blocked Orange County defense. In the end, he decides to have a dip himself and didn't cause Rakowski too much problem. Have a look here. He's looking around. There's blue shirts everywhere, and eventually he thinks, you know what, I got a glimpse of the goal. I'll go for it. But they have been pressurizing on the edge of the box, haven't they, Phoenix Rising? Just prodding, trying to see if there's a weakness in that Orange County defense. They haven't found it yet, but here they come again.
Well read by Richards. Well taken into space by Alaski. Damas there. Alaski keeps. Kuningaus. Kuningaus to strike. Might have taken a deflection. Orange County opens the scoring.
What a shock, what a surprise. It's been all Phoenix Rising attacking, and one of the rare opportunities for Orange County, and it's in the back of the net. A shake of the head there from Andre Rawls, and hugs all round for Kuningaus. But let's have a look how it exactly happened. Hard to see whether it was a deflection. Alaski down the right-hand side. He switches sides, goes to Kuningaus. He has a shot. I could only assume to beat Andre Rawls, it took some deflection somewhere. Either that or there was some bend on the ball, because you don't beat Andre Rawls easily. He's such a good keeper. Either way, they've got the breakthrough. They're one up at Wild Horse Pass. And do we have a shock on here for this evening?
Very odd ball flight there for Kuningaus. It's his second goal of the season. Really tough to tell. Gary, as a goalkeeper, I'm sure you're looking at Andre Rawls. You're seeing him end up on the bottom right corner, and the ball is totally the other side. It almost appeared like it had to have taken a deflection. Just tough to tell.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. It must have taken a deflection, but we haven't got a view from behind to see clearly. Even if he bent that ball, it wouldn't have confused Andre Rawls as much as it did. So put it down as a deflection at this stage, but what it has done, and we said, give us a goal and it'll really force this match to life. Well, goal has come for Orange County, and now it's over to Phoenix Rising to see if they can break them down. We mentioned that of the last 10 times they've visited, they've gone away 4 times with at least a point. And once again, it looks like they might get something from an away trip to Phoenix Rising.
When scoring first, Phoenix 11 wins, no losses, no draws. When the opponent scores first, Phoenix has actually not come back to win a game this season. Wow. 2 losses and 3 draws.
Well, they're at home, and it's often a different story at Wild Horse Pass with this wonderful crowd behind them, and crowd has gone quiet for the moment, all a bit shocked. But they'll slowly get back and behind Solomon Asante and Quinn and the rest of them.
Tonight's corner kicks are brought to you by Carvana. Asante whips it in. Damas heads it clear. Schmidt keeps it alive for King. Rodriguez, secondary ball in. Asante. Inside. Farrell couldn't find the footing. Fans, don't wait on picking your seats for Rising's next home match on August 21st, pardon me, against Sacramento Republic. Single match tickets on sale with great family 4-pack and 4 Peaks night out options starting at $20 per ticket. And also feed the whole family. Text Rising to 20123 to connect with a representative or visit phoenixrising.com/tickets for more information. Moore floats it in.
Well, this is a situation here that Phoenix have been in before. When they were at home against San Diego Loyal, they were 2-0 down going into injury time and got back to 2-2. So I don't think it's going to throw them off their stride too much, but what it has done, it's just quietened the crowd. And you often say that when you play away from home, try and get the lead, try and kill the crowd noise, and that's what it has done. Well, as I said, it hasn't killed it completely. It's maybe quietened them for a moment, but at Wild Horse Pass, they're going to make more and more noise as this match goes on. But wow, what a vital goal for Orange County. It really does put the onus now on Phoenix Rising to find a way through this very good, solid defense of Orange County's.
Of the wins for Phoenix, all 11 of them when scoring first. 0-2-3 when conceding first. And if you're not at Wild Horse Pass, don't forget, you can watch Phoenix Rising Soccer live on CW61 Arizona and channel 1006, or stream it live on the ABC 15 app, on Roku, and other streaming platforms. CW61 Arizona, your home for Phoenix Rising. Schmidt. Falling for Quinn. Runs into Moar.
Look at those blue shirts. Every single one of them is in the final third of the pitch. They are just denying space wherever they can to Phoenix Rising. Even look at Damas all the way back here as well. Really are going to sit deep, you would think, and make it extremely difficult for Phoenix Rising.
Through here. All the way across, but nobody there at the back post.
This is maybe not a bad thing for Phoenix Rising, because the assumption is they're going to make the playoffs. That ball just too close to the keeper. But the assumption is they're going to make the playoffs, and maybe in the playoffs they do go 1 goal behind and they have to fight back. And I know that last season we were talking to Rick Shantz about that, and he said, well, I don't mind these situations occasionally because I want to see my players get used to being behind, being in a playoff type condition, and still being relaxed enough to play proper soccer. Being able to think clearly and pick out the right passes.
Richard steps in. OR puts it back for Andre Rawls. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL Championship and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit www.selectsportamerica.com.
Rick Shantz must be wondering, what do I do? Do I change anything? As you say, Jay was very candid with us about the fact that he felt he might have done better with his defensive choices against Las Vegas Lights, as opposed to trying to go for more goals, maybe to defend and hold the lead. I'm sure he's thinking now, can I change anything? Can I move players around? Can I even bring on a substitute that might impact and open up this Orange County defense?
Just the 6th time this season, Phoenix did not get on the board first.
Of course, there's no Dadashov. He's now parted ways with the club and gone to join Schalke 2 in Germany. So he doesn't really have any other strikers. Prince Sadie, perhaps. There's not much else. He hasn't got John Baquero. He's not available. So a little bit limited in the sense of Rick Shantz bringing on a player who can change the match. To be fair, he's got enough firepower on the pitch to be able to do the job.
Rick Schatz did mention that it would be a big loss to see Dadashov go away. They'll miss the person in the locker room, they'll miss the player on the field. And one thing that stuck with me from our talk, he mentioned that Dadashov came to him in the end once he was ready to leave, and he said until he got here, this was the first time he truly found that it was about the badge on the front of the jersey, as Damas somehow almost turns that into an opportunity.
That's a threat Orange County have going forward as well, so they have a solid defense, and now with Okoli joining Damas, they have a really, really good attack. And you know those wonderful fans, they're still singing, they're 1-0 down. They're gonna keep singing right to the end and dancing. That's why it's awesome, always awesome to watch matches at Wild Horse Pass.
Corner curled in, knotted away by Farrell. That strike from distance, Rolls watches it rise. Rodriguez. Wide for Schmidt, loves to get up and down that left side. Schmidt sends one in, free header across. Falls for Solo, takes a touch, hits the volley, it's deflected. Corner coming for Phoenix Rising.
Wow, good pressure. Asante, how quick was his turn and strike? It gets blocked. Good ball in from Tate Schmidt here. Have a look, it's well aimed into the box, headed back. Nearly on the end of it. Look at Asante here, turns, and in one move, he turns fully and hits it. Just gets deflected over the bar.
Corner curled in, Farrell had the header. And it's again going to be a corner. Brought to you by Carvana.
Gets up again, Joey Farrell. He actually gets the header. To be fair, it's Robert Kiernan. Comes off his head. Good block.
Second chance in here, Rakowski slaps it away. Rodriguez. Moar, back post, punched away by Rakowski. Heavy pressure here now from Phoenix Rising.
Huge pressure.
Asante, the header is wide. That will alleviate some of that pressure now for Orange County, but Phoenix turning up the temperature offensively.
Kevin Lambert with that header, and Orange County have survived a lot of pressure there. The balls were flying around, there was efforts on goal. That header just off target. Have a look at it here. Would have fancied him to have made the goalkeeper work. At least he feels the same, annoyed with himself. Once again, Orange County survive.
Phoenix supporters still willing them on here, down a goal. And August is USL Supporters Month. We want to hear from you. Visit uslchampionship.com/supporters-month for more info on how you can get involved and have a chance to be featured as the supporter of the week. Over the top for Damas. Some space to work with. Couldn't get a first touch to the ball. Schmidt trying to get it clear. Gives it away to Iloski. Inside, Okoli. Tried to set it up before it was poked away by Musa. Play on, says Gerald Flores. Look how far away Patrick Rakowski is from his net. This one from distance, drifting that way. But it's not going to make it there.
Brave goalkeeping, but you've got to get it right. If you misjudge that, you're in all sorts of trouble. And he feels that he had it all under control. And he has done well, the goalkeeper. Be fair, he's come for crosses, punches, edge of his box. He's made 1 or 2 saves. He really has put in a top-class performance there behind that Orange County defense. The referee just keeping a grip on the game there, Gerald Flores. I got the sense that the second half is going to be a lot more chippier. First half has been quite reasonable, but as the game goes on, the frustrations for Phoenix might increase, and I think then you'll start to see a few bumping heads going on in the pitch.
2 minutes of added time here in this first half, and tonight's stoppage time is brought to you by Sprouts. Rodriguez slips it through for Moar. Egbo waiting, backside, chip that way. Egbo was waiting. Rakowski snatches it out of midair.
It's the goalkeeper again, reads it well, Saint-Timur. That's like the old Saint-Timur from earlier in the season. A lot more incisive, getting into the box. Tries to flick it up to the far post there. The idea was good. You could see where he was going, but goalkeeper just read it perfectly and held on to it.
Gary, you're not in any way biased considering you played almost 300 games in goal for Manchester United, but I think you'd say Rakowski is maybe the front runner right now for man of the match, the way he is performing for Orange County.
Oh, he's certainly in the picture, no question about that, but there's a second half still to go and things can turn so easily in a moment as they attack. Look at this.
Elaski, maybe another one in this half for Orange County. Cut back, Elaski across, Rawls makes the stop. Second time, Rawls has had to get a touch to it before it's a cross for Damas.
Elaski doing so well down that right-hand side. And just a warning again for Phoenix Rising to be careful of how good Orange County are in the counter-attack. But here we go, Solomon Asante once again.
Asante on that right foot, solo sends it wide.
Well, the moment he sized it up, I would have thought every chance it hits target. Unlike him to miss targets so badly.
And that will be the last play of the half. And to the surprise of a lot of the people probably at Wild Horse Pass, it is 1-0 Orange County, courtesy of Miko Kuningas.
Certainly is. They've done well, Orange County. They've defended, they've taken their chances. Maybe a lucky goal, hard to see how much it was deflected. But a second half here at Wild Horse Pass still to come. Rick Shantz maybe will make some changes tactically or with players. It's still a long way to go in this match.
7-0-1 at home, outscoring teams 28-5, but down 1-0 right now against Orange County. Rick Shantz, Phoenix Rising, Raiden Cloutiers, Orange County, a top of the table clash, and right now it's second place Orange County leading the way. We'll back in a moment.
Welcome to the Phoenix Rising halftime show. Colin Harmon here with head coach Rick Shantz. As always, coach, we were just talking about it. That was a grueling road trip for you guys over the course. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. It was a big challenge. You know, we had a lot of mental challenges to deal with in Oakland with a different field and different facility. First time being there. And then you have to turn around quickly and go to Las Vegas. But I'm really proud of the boys. They got 7 points out of 9 over the last 7 days. And yeah, we would have liked to have won the last game. And I think we did enough to win. But, you know, they gave everything they had.
How much of a bitter pill is it when you're 6 minutes plus stoppage time away from getting 9 out of 9 and it ends that way?
I think the guys were a little tired and they struggled with some of the physical aspects. So it's completely on me. I could have put in another defender there at the end and we could have said, hey, we're just going to bunker down and try to hold on. But it's something that I've kind of beat myself up over the last 24 hours is, could I have done something different? And because I know the boys did everything they could.
We had talked a couple of weeks ago about giving up the early goal on the road and kind of putting yourself behind the 8 ball there. But what do you guys think of your response there to get 2 goals, you know, before the half was up?
Yeah, it was fantastic. I think that after we gave up the early goal, everybody was just trying to kind of calmed down, and they knew that we were going to get some opportunities. And I mean, we could have scored 3 or 4 before halftime. And, maybe that's what we should be a little more upset about, is that we weren't very clinical. Getting a point on the road is for many, many teams, that's a great result.
All right, Aiden Quinn's name has come up quite a lot over the last few weeks, and once again, he was great. And your thoughts on kind of his level of play over this last month specifically?
Yeah, Aiden's been fantastic. I'm not surprised. He's extremely competitive. He hates to lose, probably, more than I do, which is very rare. But I love that about him, and he wants to win, and he's glad to be here, and he doesn't ever want to leave anything on the field, and he's being rewarded for it right now. So he's a quality player, and we're glad to have him here, and look forward to many more streaks like this, hopefully.
Plenty more to come on the Phoenix Rising halftime show. Stay with us.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
Pacific Office Automation is the one source for all of your business technology, copiers and printers, managed IT and cloud services, unified communications and telephones, security systems and cameras, complete conference room packages. You need to partner with a total office solutions provider that gets it. Pacific Office Automation, problem solved.
Equality Health is giving doctors more time to be doctors, so they can give you the care you deserve. Ask if your doctor is part of the Equality Health Network today. Equality Health. Caring is back.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Teams it up, what a strike, and what a goal! Hartford has a goal! And Lou City double their money! And how sweet the sound in Lynn Family Stadium!
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer, uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers, Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
.45 down, 45 to go at Wild Horse Pass, where it's Orange County up 1-0 on Phoenix. Unfamiliar territory right now for Phoenix Rising. More on our game in a moment. We take a look now around USL Championship with some news and notes. Reminder, it is Supporters Month. Learn more at that link. Clear Audio Player of the Week, Tyler Wolff. Hat-trick and an assist in the win over Indy 11 as Atlanta climbs the standings in their division. Monthly honors as well. Mark Lowry, Coach of the Month, El Paso Dominant. Kyle Murphy, Player of the Month. He is really raking in the goals right now for Memphis 901. A look at the upcoming schedule next week here in USL Championship. Gary, some options here. What are you looking at as your game to watch?
Well, there's a whole bunch of choices there. Hartford against Charleston Battery. Both those are not sure they're going to be in the playoff positions. A big battle there. Let's have a look. Indy 11 have got two important matches against teams they would fancy they could beat. Both teams struggling in their division, so important week coming up for Indy 11.
We'll worry about next week. It's back to worrying about our game here. Phoenix down 1-0 against Orange County. Back in a moment.
Welcome back to the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show. Colin Harmon here with head coach Rick Shantz. You know, we've been talking about 100th appearances for the club over the last couple of weeks, and I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about your special occasion. What's this meant to you as you've embarked on quite this journey with Phoenix Rising?
So much. I mean, I was able to kind of reflect on it. The ownership gave me an opportunity, and we've been very successful. So I think, you know, with the success comes longevity, and in this business and in sports, it's important, I think, to continue to show continuity, to continue to show that you can do this over and over and over. And our ownership is fantastic. The general managers, everybody around me is, I believe, much better than I am. So I was once told a very famous quote that the smartest guy in the room surrounds himself with people that are smarter than him.
Where do you think you've seen the biggest growth in yourself as a soccer coach?
I would say emotional control. You get into these games, and when I first started at Phoenix Rising, every minute mattered so much to me, and every game I was so emotional. I was yelling at referees, I was arguing with opposing coaches, and I quickly realized that while that might be helpful at times to get your players fired up and to get them going, staying calm, cool, collected, trying to make the best decisions possible throughout the game, but more importantly, allow the players to relax and play.
All right, you're off the hook talking about yourself now. After 3 of the last 4 on the road, you guys finish out August with 3 of 4 at home. Simply, how nice is that going to be after, you know, what's been a tough month?
Yeah, we can't wait. We're super excited. Hopefully the weather starts to cool off a little bit and we can pack that stadium, because we really need the fans, and having that good positive energy is something that our guys just thrive off of. Hopefully we can get as many points as possible and maybe run away with the division. You never know. I mean, I know that our goal is always to win the division first and the conference and so on and so forth. But the guys are really motivated. They don't want to lose, and definitely don't want to lose at home.
Best of luck in the second half, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, this has been the Phoenix Rising Halftime Show. Enjoy the second half.
Really understand kids? Phoenix Children's does. And as they grow, our pediatricians are with them and you every step of the way. Phoenix Children's. Meet our pediatricians.
It starts off with a little seed, and with a little love from nature, it sprouts to life. And when delicious fresh fruits and veggies are perfect, they are rushed to the home of fresh. Sprouts, where goodness grows.
At Arizona Federal, our passion is to help out the community where you live and work, because where you bank should make you feel good. Show your support for the home team with the Phoenix Rising Visa debit card. When you open a new account, you can score $100 just for using your card when you shop. How's that for an easy goal? Be a part of our commitment to the community. Arizona Federal Credit Union.
Back at Wild Horse Pass with Gary Bailey, I'm Joe Malfa. It's Orange County with a 1-0 lead over Phoenix Rising. Let's take a look at how they did it with first half highlights.
Yeah, some exciting moments in this game, and 9th minute here. Down the left-hand side, this is Aiden Quinn. What a chip this was, and what a save. Rakowski with literally his fingernails clawing that ball out of the goal. And a wonderfully weighted chip there from Aiden Quinn. And here they are down this left-hand side again, causing trouble. And this is a wonderful, brilliant run here from Arturo Rodriguez. Nutmeg's just thrown in as well, just to add a little bit of value. Can't quite find that final pass, which has pretty much summed up Phoenix Rising the entire first half. And yet Eloski comes down this right-hand side, knocks it across here to Cunningaus, and he takes a dip. We assume it takes a wicket deflection because Andre Rawls is totally confused by the ball, doesn't know which way it's going, and I can only assume that it comes off somebody's body, past the goalkeeper, and that gives Orange County a surprise lead.
That is where it stands, 1-0. With more on how that first half went and how the rest of this game looks, here's Rick Shantz.
It's exactly what we expected. We knew that they would sit back in a low block, very organized defensively. We're just not sharp, not playing with enough tempo. We're slowing the game down too much, which is what they want. One counterattack, a deflection goal, and for us, it's just speeding up the tempo, speeding up. We've gotten behind them. We just got to get on the end of a cross.
There you have it from Rick Shantz. Very curious to see how this second half plays out. A hungry Orange County team looking to make a move up the standings, wanting to announce themselves that they're not going anywhere. Yes, it's 11 points, the difference coming into the night, but it can very quickly be 8, and there's 3 more meetings between these two teams, so things can change very quickly. 45 more minutes to see it through.
And he has confirmed for us as well that it was a deflection for the goal, which we couldn't see clearly. I just thought there's no way Andre Rawls gets beaten that easily unless it is a deflection.
Gerald Flores gets us going. Orange County in the blue from right to left. Phoenix in the all-white tonight at home from left to right. Through the legs of Farrell. Okoli there to pressure and take it away. Okoli takes the shot himself.
Did so well there, Sean Okoli, to win the ball off Joey Farrell to get back in the box, and it just seemed to rush his shot. Was there any option for him to maybe play the ball to a teammate?
I don't know what the hell's going on.
Again, it just shows you that Phoenix Rising have to be careful. They're 1-0 down. It could very easily suddenly turn into 2-0, and then, as with San Diego Loyal, they were 2-0 down at home. It becomes a mountain to climb. Now, on that occasion, they did pull 2 back, but you can't keep doing that. So it's a difficult situation for Phoenix. They have to attack. They have to try and get that breakthrough goal without leaving themselves vulnerable in defense.
Phoenix outshot Orange County 11-6 in the first half. Shots on target, though, just 3-2. Sante dances away from Cunningaus. Still with it. All attached to his foot like it's Velcroed. On the right foot now, Asante still with it, takes the strike. It was only a matter of time before he found a seam somewhere.
That's unlike him with that finish. Just before half-time, he mishit one as well. Now he's well wide of target and just seems to be off the ball a little bit the last few games. Great start to the season, absolutely brilliant. Him and Santimoa, but both of them just seem to be struggling to find form in the last 3 or 4 games. Once again, way off target there.
4 straight games for Asante without a goal, without an assist. Very rare that he has a stretch like that, but you get the sense it's like a dormant volcano that when it erupts, it's going to come in a lot at once. Couple goals, couple assists.
Could very well do that. I'm sure Phoenix Rising fans are hoping it does. A bit of a late tackle there on Joey Farrell. I hope he's okay. Rick Shantz is probably asking the referee whether that's a little bit more serious than just a free kick, whether it maybe even could be a booking. Let's have a look. Joey Farrell there. I don't think Damas meant too much by that. But I do sense that if the score stays the same, we mentioned it before half-time, I think the tackles will get harder, players will get stuck in a little bit more, and it could be a real sort of bruising game towards the end. And it's only 1 of 4, isn't it, Joe?
Nothing like playing a team for the first time in August to set it up for the next 8 weeks.
It's two very, very good sides, two very good managers, and especially with Sean Okoli coming back into the team. They've got Dylan Powers, who they've just signed. It's a strong OC Orange County side. Thomas and Evolson to come back in. They've got a lot of depth now, Orange County.
The next meetings between these teams, actually you still have to wait quite some time for the next one. September 18th, so a month away from the second meeting. But meetings 3 and 4 are only 11 days apart in October. A lot of contact there. Foul goes against Phoenix.
It's always a difficult one, that defender shielding the ball and stepping away from the ball to shield it, forcing King to go around him. But I always wonder that how far away from the ball are you allowed to go before it becomes obstruction. It's a bit of a grey area for referees, but in the end, it's a free kick given against Donnell King.
These two teams will be factoring into the playoffs, and so will two of the East Best as they clash to kick off the fall to remember when the USL on ESPN continues. Perennial contenders Louisville City FC travel to Dillon Stadium to meet Hartford Athletic in a potential playoff preview September 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2.
I think we've already seen a few pushes and shoves in the first few minutes. And I'm thinking that Rick Shantz probably would have brought that up at halftime and said, hey guys, you're just too relaxed. You get stuck in, start winning your 50-50 battles more often. Get balls into the box. He did say to us when we chatted to him, he felt that they weren't creating enough chances from out wide.
Creating one here into the hands of Rakovsky.
Saint-Imoa putting the ball in and couldn't quite see what happened there, but the goalkeeper once again gets his hands on it. But just on that point, Rick Shantz saying we're playing some nice football, but around the box we're not creating enough clear-cut chances. We're relying on set pieces. We need to be more inventive, more incisive, and that's probably what he's asked for at halftime.
Calvillo chips forward. It's there for Quinn. Kiernan presses forward into some space. Tommy McCabe. McCabe, the Notre Dame man, forming a really tight bond with Calvillo in the middle. Calvillo on loan right now from San Jose Earthquakes.
Listen to that support there for Phoenix Rising. Wonderful fan base they've got there. They're trying to push them on to get this equalizer.
Good first touch from Alston. The second touch not as positive. King takes it away. Shove from behind. Foul against Orange County.
There's question marks about a yellow card for Alston, Kevin Alston, because that was a professional foul. Yep, the card has come out. He knew what he was doing. He was beaten, and he took that one for the team. And he's not even complaining about it, and you can see why. He's chasing back there. Donnell King's gone. He's away. He's got to bring him down. Doesn't have much choice. maybe that's that sense of winning 50-50s now that's changed for Phoenix Rising in the second half.
Have to make the most of their set pieces as well. And that's something that Rick Schantz has been proud of. Set pieces offensively has been a positive note. He's unhappy with how few goals they're scoring from the run of play, but set pieces, their calling card.
Aiden Quinn often the reason why. He just bends that ball with his left foot in towards the goalkeeper and it creates havoc. Let's see if it's either him or Arturo Rodriguez who makes connection.
Not a bad option either way. It is Quinn, curled in, dangerous area contact though in the box. Farrell was the one hoping to get on the end of that, but he was tripped up and committed the foul.
I think Joey Farrell's saying, really, who tripped up who? And sometimes it is, and I'm not saying Kevin Alston did this, but sometimes defenders just go down and referees assume there's a push. I can't tell you if there was or not, but it's hard to see in a box with so many bodies around.
Damas harassed by Lambert. Those two have gone at it a couple of times. Quickly back into play from Orange County.
It's got to be said about Orange County. They haven't been too bad on the road. Of the 8 games they've played away from home, they've had 5 wins and a draw. Sorry, 9 games, 5 wins and a draw and 3 losses. So they're a very comfortable team playing on the counter-attack, defending deep when necessary, keeping possession as they're doing now. And that's what makes this exceptionally hard for Phoenix Rising to break them down.
Farrell all the way back. Damas pressures Rawls. Lambert with it. Out to Schmidt. Musa.
Good that defending so well, Orange County, just blocking the path every time they try and come forward. Those blue shirts are getting in the way. There they are again.
Rick Schantz mentioned the low block that Orange County would sit in is very tough to break down. You're seeing how difficult it is the first 10 minutes of the second half. And the other way, perfect ball threaded through. Iloski cuts it back on that left foot. Maybe one touch too many in the end. Had an alleyway, it seemed, to hit it first time.
He did, he could have hit it first time, and then when he cut back on his left foot, that was the time to hit it. He had a further cut, and then eventually just ran out of time and space. But it just shows you they're incisive on the counter-attack. It almost suits them, Orange County, to sit in that low block, and they've got Coley as a big man, as a target man. They've got Damas with his pace and Iloski with his trickery.
Arizona Complete Health is the exclusive health plan partner of Phoenix Rising Football Club, providing each member the tools they need to successfully manage their own health, no matter your age or stage in life. Arizona Complete Health has you covered. King calling for it on the run. It's still Moore, went all the way from the left side to the right. Nothing doing in the end.
It's so strange watching Santi Moore now as opposed to 6-8 weeks ago. He would have done so much more with that ball then, and both he and Solomon Asante are just struggling to find that early form. Maybe they've played too many matches, maybe they should have had a rest, easy to say afterwards. They just don't look the same players they were earlier in the season.
There's something to be said about that in chats with coaches from around the league. At this point last season, in terms of games played, season was over. So it's taken teams a little bit to get used to going beyond 16 games again after their body was trained for that 16-game sprint last season. Now having to ramp back up and go double that this year. Of course, it's the way we all want it. We're back to normal in terms of the number of games played, but it takes a little bit of time for the bodies to get used to it. And a lot of coaches have talked about players hitting that midseason wall. Good ball floated across, taken down here by Moar. On that right foot of his, Moar, a little space, but miscommunication. Nobody was there.
Once again, just not working out for Santimoa. And I think what's been difficult for Rick Shantz is how do you drop or rest, if you want to use that word, Santimoa or Solomon Asante. They have been so outstanding all season that you're tempted to play them every game, where in retrospect, maybe it was worth resting them on the odd occasion, because they do look, if not physically tired, mentally tired. But it's easy for me to say after the event, you know, at the end of the day, they've been so brilliant. How do you leave them out?
Great ball through. Ronaldo Damas 1v1 against Andre Rawls. Damas just puts it wide. Narrowly misses his 10th of the season. The frustration shows there. A chance to go up 2-0 on Phoenix at their place.
Great opportunity for Damas with his pace. Once he was away, they were never going to catch him. It was simply a case of steadying himself and knocking it past Andre Rawls, and he didn't. He knocked it wide of the post. Are they going to regret that?
King for first touch. Back to Mowar. Looking for space. Mowar to the end line. Across. Opportunity is high. Nearly regretting that instantly. Orange County almost the equalizer just seconds later.
And it would have been from their former player Aiden Quinn as well if he had a hit target. But yeah, when you get chances to knock off Phoenix Rising, you've got to take them. And here is the counter-attack. Beautiful ball played through, but he's gone. They're not catching him at all. Calm yourself down, pick at the corner, and he's just wide. Credit Andre Rawls for making himself big. But now this is what Phoenix Rising can do. Ball in. Aiden Quinn just couldn't quite control that sliding kick.
Yeah, you taught me this special. Let's go. Let's go.
Quinn. Rodriguez takes his space. Through to King. Chance for King. Cuts it back. Asante. The shot taken by Asante is wide. It's time for the Sonic Happy Hour, brought to you by Sonic. If a Rising player scores during the 60th minute, one lucky fan will win a $500 Sonic gift card. For more info, please visit phoenixrisingfc.com/Sonic. Arturo Rodriguez, his night is done. And the night just beginning for one of those dangerous men off the bench, Joey Calistri.
Joey Calistri, such a good all-round player. Not necessarily a striker, but a player who can play in all sorts of positions. What he does bring, he brings extra energy, extra belief, and gets stuck in and motivates everyone around him. And such a clever player to bring on, an all-rounder in every sense of the word. And let's see if he can be the one to break down this Orange County defense.
Plenty of space for King. There's the first involvement for Calistri. That was quite the spill he took. Holding his head, his shoulder bent awkwardly as well. I believe the foul might have gone against Calistri, actually.
You might be right there. Let's have a look at it again. But we said it would get more and more physical. Yeah, it's gone against Calistri, I would think. Orozco had the ball. But I think we're going to see more and more of these physical matchups. But that's what Calistri brings you. He brings you that guts and determination and commitment to have a go at the opposition.
Dylan Powers will enter. Sean Okoli will exit. Somebody you wanted to see in this one.
Yeah, lots of talk about Dylan Powers in his time at Dundee United and how he helped them to get back into the Premier Division. Sean Okoli perhaps still finding his feet back at Orange County. Did a decent job, but we didn't see too much of him. But I guess Dylan Powers more of a midfield player who's going to try and control the midfield and stop the barrage of attacks that are almost certain to come from Phoenix Rising.
Foul here on King, going through the back. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and USL All Access with Mike Watson, Devin Kerr every Tuesday night at 7 Eastern. You can also hear live action from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM 157 and the Sirius XM app.
Yeah, more contact here. Donnell King just getting stuck in, letting the opposition know that he's around. Gauss, the goal scorer.
Came all the way back in the 32nd minute, and the looms large now.
So this is what makes soccer a contact game, and why referees have to allow a certain level of contact. Not too much, as in that case, but it is a man's game in this match, or a women's game. Either way, it's a tough physical matchup.
First time volley, that's skied out of Wild Horse Pass.
The crowd getting stuck in with their thoughts as well. They're just winding it up a notch or two. But it's so perfectly balanced, such an exciting game. A real test for Phoenix Rising being behind, a real test for Orange County to hold on to the lead and try and counter-attack and get a second. Two fantastic sides going at it in every part of the pitch.
6th time this season that Rick Schant's crew has gone down in a game, rather conceded the first goal. And they have yet to come back and win a game when conceding first. 2 losses, 3 draws so far. Their perfect home record in jeopardy as well. 7-0-1 at Wild Horse Pass, outscoring opponents 28-5 coming into tonight.
There's still just under 30 minutes to go, and this team, Phoenix Rising, have so often pulled out magical moments, and they've got plenty of time left to do it. Another physical battle.
We expected the venom to rise at some point, and I think we've reached that boiling point in this one, Gary.
Yeah. The verbals flying back and forth between the players. The referee now issuing more and more warnings. Kevin Lambert just caught from behind there by Damas. But of course, the coaches add in, the benches add in their comments, and the fans are having their say as well.
Lambert in a considerable amount of pain, it appears. The way that Damas ultimately fell on top of him then, just an awkward movement for the leg of Lambert.
He's a big, strong guy, Lambert. The fact he's not getting up quickly, I hope it's nothing serious. Have a look here, just gets ahead of Damas, and then Damas's body and weight, do they fall on that back ankle? Just there, look at that ankle, just gets trapped under. Ooh, a lot of weight goes onto that ankle. Nothing nasty, by the way. There hasn't been anything nasty as such. It's just been chippy, and both teams trying to physically dominate the other.
And that's what Cloutier said when we got a chance to talk to him. He didn't expect it to be nasty, no vitriol, just a very intense game between first place and second place, where you're giving a little extra on those 50-50 balls, not with the intent of injuring anybody, just with the intent of the intensity to help your team win the game.
Absolutely, and that is part of how you do it. You try and physically intimidate the opposition, within the limits of the game, of course. Egberg just getting a few words of advice. Again, we haven't seen much of him. In some games, he's really impressed me, his ability to hold the ball up, bring others into play, turn and get shots. He's been quite, in fact, the whole front three for Phoenix Rising, Asante, Egbo, and Moa. At times this season, they've been out of this world. Really haven't hit full stride so far in this match.
Rick Schantz, some words with his squad. We talked to him about what motivates this team still at this juncture of the season. They've got such a big lead in the division. It's normal to maybe switch off for a game or two. Human nature. You got a long season. You're coasting right now, top of the division. But what he said was the word legacy. There's been phenomenal players that have come through Phoenix Rising. The walls have pictures of Sean Wright Phillips, Didier Drogba, Jordan Stewart, Peter Ravage. There aren't many USL teams that can say that. And their current players want to ultimately be on those same walls, held in the same regard of the players before them. So they give it their all. Game in, game out. They'd like to finish atop the Western Conference. Would like to have the most points in all of USL. Would like to go undefeated at home. These are all the regular season goals they have that keep them motivated game in, game out. Even though, again, it might be human nature to switch off, he doesn't think this team does that because they have all of those goals on the forefront of their minds.
I think it's very clever from Rick Schantz to create that culture within the club, because sometimes they've been so far ahead, as they are now, 11 points clear. It's very easy to get complacent and think that, you know, it's going to be a sort of a breeze to get into the playoffs, which it will be. The problem is if you hit the playoffs with that attitude, that's when you get tripped up. So He's obviously trying his best to keep the team right in the tip of their ability going into the playoffs. Good to see Lambert about to come back on, but does seem to be worried about his ankles a bit.
Fans, be sure to get to Arizona Federal Credit Union to get your Phoenix Rising debit card. It's a great way to support the team, spread the word, and you can score $100 when you get one. I've got to say, it's the coolest looking debit card I've seen. Visit ArizonaFederal.org/Phoenix Rising for more information.
Some stuff going off the ball there between the goal scorer Canningaus and Donnell King, bumping into each other. Canningaus ran straight into him. Now the verbals are flying back and forth. So I think this match is getting really heated now.
A moment ago I said it's just intensity, maybe no vitriol. The vitriol is starting to rise a little bit as well.
It certainly is. But to be expected. Massive match, one plays two, a lot at stake.
That's on you, huh? That's on you. You're right there. You saw it. I was watching it here, the player. I did not see it. You missed it? Yeah, I missed it.
Well, the fans are having their say about the referee and the assistant referee.
Gerald Flores, to be fair, has done a really good job so far of keeping this game in check.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Takeaway here. Calistri flicks it back. Quinn has options. Through ball to the left side. Moar across. Egbo looking for it. It's Rakowski who finds it.
And they're so close, Phoenix Rising. They're getting in good positions. That final ball, you can see Moar's expressions there. He's done so well to Aidan Quinn here with the ball through. Santi Moa head up, tries to get it to Egbo, and it just doesn't quite reach the center forward. Yet again, so close.
Canningaus down. Goalkeeper doubling as the physio for the time being while they get out there. Patrick Rakowski has had enough to deal with tonight, and he's made a few really massive stops. More so in the first half, though. The second half, he hasn't had to do as much. That's something Rick Johnson crew would certainly like to change. So far, 0 shots on target at half number 2 for Phoenix Rising.
But it's not just that with Rakowski, not just the saves. He's been on the edge of his box. He's been coming out and clearing balls. He's been involved. He's dealt with some crosses as well. He really has had a top-class game. And as you say, it's not all been flashy, but it's been very good professional goalkeeping so far. We've still got 20 minutes plus injury time to go.
When you are looking for options and hope, when you want world-class medical care and support from experts who can give you the answers you need, you know where to go. Mayo Clinic. Find more at mayoclinic.org/Arizona.
Just wondering if Rick Johnson wants to bring on Gutierrez or Prince Sadie just to try something different, especially Sadie. Hasn't really settled in that much played that much since he arrived from Miami FC, but he's got that tricky ability just to take on players and beat them, and he might be an option for Rick Shantz if he cannot get any joy in the next 10 minutes or so.
Damas going every which way to try to get around Schmidt. Quinn cleans it up. Phoenix Rising, the possibility to strike at any moment, but just uncharacteristically sluggish in the second half.
Yeah, and it's exactly what Rick Sean said to us about the previous matches. They're just not able to create something around the box. It's the final pass that doesn't seem to be finding its marker. And yet early in the season, it was just so easy for them, game after game. Look, the ball there just lost amongst everybody having drinks. But they were finding it so easy early on. You get that in seasons. You get spells where you just can't put a foot wrong, and then spells where you just can't do anything right. For Phoenix Rising now, it's a very, very frustrating time in attack.
You mentioned the triangles they have out wide in the channels. They do a great job of creating opportunities to get crosses in. They're just not getting enough numbers in the box. And we've seen that a couple times tonight where there have been good crosses in there, just nobody on the end of it.
Or the crosses got blocked, or the goalkeepers read the cross, or the ball's not too long, as in that case there. It's just, and yet it just needs a little bit of magic, and this team are capable, Phoenix Rising, of scoring a couple, as are Orange County, of catching them on the counter-attack, which we saw with Damas when he got through, and possibly should have scored a second for the visiting team.
Let's take a look at tonight's stat of the game, brought to you by Sprouts. It is Phoenix Rising 0-2-3 when giving up the first goal, 11-0-0 when scoring the first goal. Struggling to battle back. Gary, you mentioned that these are the moments, though, where you can really test that playoff mettle and try to figure out how to battle back in a game where things just aren't going your way.
100%, 100%. I don't think Rick Schantz will, once all the dust settles, he won't be upset that his team are in this position. He'll be upset if they can't at least get a draw out of the game. But you're 100% right. He knows that this is a sort of, like an example of what might come up in the playoffs. A rehearsal, that was the word I was looking for.
Got there eventually.
Thanks.
Farrell, center back, puts his head down, pokes it out for King. Cross sent in, long to the backside. Moar. Schmidt, cut back. Calistri shot is blocked.
And that's the usefulness there of Joey Calistri, just getting in the box there. He can play in midfield, he can come back and defend, he can get on the end of set pieces.
Look out in the fourth row on that sideline. Quickly back into play. Cross sent in. Asante was waiting for it, didn't get there. King takes it down. King on the left foot, it's blocked by Kuringaus. Still alive. Asante. Pulls it back. Strike from distance. Stopped by Rakovsky. Denying Calistri.
Yeah, just talking about him and how well he gets into on the edge of the box, how he gets into games, how he gets the shots there. Testing the goalkeeper. Asante trying to pull the strings on the edge of the box. There is Calistri. Good save from Rakovsky again. And in fact, if you think back, it was Calistri who got the equalizer in the dying moments against San Diego Loyal. 97th minute it was as well. So Calistri has proven his value already this season. Phoenix players saying that they're wasting time.
You mentioned that goal was 90+7. Thinking back right now, through the second half we've seen so far, we could very well see another number that big in stoppage time. We had the couple of injuries, the one with Lambert, a couple of stoppages here from Orange County. So we could very well see another big number for some more late drama at Wild Horse Pass. Parvana, corner kick. A lot going on behind the play, pushing and shoving.
Yeah, it's all taking off. We thought it would be.
And this is just the first of 4 meetings this year.
There's a lot at stake here, pride, and there's finger pointing going on, and Egbo pointing at Kuringaus, the goal scorer. And of course, lots of little chirps and shoves and pushes, and tough for referee. You can't watch everything, Joel Flores. He hasn't got eyes in the back of his head. As soon as a referee turns one way, then the players are at it. So he's going to have his hands full this last 15 minutes. James Musa getting that yellow.
Brent Richards will get one as well for Orange County.
You try and pick out who's to blame here. There's pushes and shoves, and Brent Richards getting up and shoving back, and good luck, referee.
Corner taken. Falls through to the backside. Chip back in, header. Not much doing there as Musa got a forehead to it.
Just thought for a second Musa could have actually volleyed that. He had to duck down to head it. Thought he might have got more power from a volley.
Darwin Jones enters the match for Orange County. Tommy McCabe is out. Asante is deflected. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forever-proud. Corner floated in. Again, it falls through without an opportunity. The strike from distance, while King sends that one not the way he intended to. Asante clips one in. Floats, hangs up for a while, but Rakowski snatches it.
Great handling from the goalkeeper. Massive pressure there. Bodies all around him. And I thought for a second he might drop that under all the pressure, but he didn't. He hung on as he has done this match. Great handling. There's been an absolute rock in defense there for Orange County.
Darwin Jones trying to latch onto that back pass. Rawls, emergency activity there at the back.
Well, that was very, very close there. Poor back pass, and once again that pace of Darwin Jones coming on. He's fresh legs, and maybe he can get the second goal for Orange County.
One of those season-long goals that keeps Phoenix motivated, in jeopardy. Go undefeated at home, 7-0-1 this season. A dozen minutes away, plus stoppage time, from seeing a 1 there in the middle of that record. Just one shot on target in this second half for either side. Belongs to Phoenix. Another heavy challenge now in the middle.
Dylan Powers there, just went straight through. No doubt about that yellow card.
Musa and Quinn having a chat about this one. Taken quickly to Quinn. Contact, top of the box. Farrell went down. And it's just played out.
Finger pointing from both sides, probably from both benches as well. Hard to see who's at fault.
Alston turning. Dinks it out for a throw. Calistri battles Alston, and it's out for a goal kick. The United Soccer League, all 31 championship clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Wheels turning for Rick Shantz. 10 minutes plus what could be a pretty sizable number of added time.
As we said, he saw with the San Diego match earlier in the season, they were 2-0 down going into the 90th minute. This team are capable of scoring 2 late goals, so I don't think he'll be panicking at this stage, but you're right, he is running through the numbers and the thoughts and the ideas and how he can impact this game, whether he should chuck on a couple of substitutes. I think we can see down there 2 getting ready to come on.
Damas leads Alaski way out wide. Had so much space that he kept it in and able to regather it almost. Darnell King, Tate Schmidt will exit. Noah Billingsley, Ryan Flood will enter. And on the flip side for Orange County, Kobe Henry will enter for Kevin Alston.
This is it, fresh legs, fresh ideas, fresh impetus. That's what managers do to try and change the flow of the match. And let's see if it works for Rick Shantz.
A team that attacks so much up and down the flanks. No surprise that it's those 2 players who come in to get the fresh legs, with Schmidt and Darnell King going to the bench. Throw to the end line. Put across. Everybody just standing around looking at it, and it's cleared away. Flood. Kiernan back for Rakowski. Not far off from a clean sheet. Made the remark earlier, tied for third in the league with 6 clean sheets. If they could get a 7th here tonight at Wild Horse Pass, it would go down as maybe one of the best of the season against an undefeated at home Phoenix squad that leads the league in goals.
Absolutely, 100% spot on. But more than that, I think it makes the whole Orange County squad feel that anything's possible this season. But they haven't done it yet. They're still 8 minutes plus injury time away from doing it. And they only have to think back to San Diego Loyal being 2-0 up going into the 90th minute. Nothing's guaranteed here at Wild Horse Pass. But they have played this spot on Orange County. And in fact, really, Damas should have given them a second with that counter-attack earlier on in the second half.
Another home game up next for Phoenix at home against Sacramento Republic. That is a week from tonight before another trip to Oakland to face the Roots, and another home game against New Mexico to end the month of August. The Roots game on the 25th, the New Mexico game on the 28th. On the flip side, Orange County, they go back home after this for a big matchup against the Tacoma Defiance team that is surging in the Pacific Division. Then 2 on the road against San Diego Loyal, and then out east to face Charleston Battery to end their month of August. Heavy contact there. The assistant referee gets involved. Kuningaus is going to be shown a yellow for that challenge. It's still his goal in the 32nd minute that's holding up. But his foul now generates a set-piece opportunity for Phoenix.
It's been coming for Kuningaus. He's been involved in a whole bunch of little altercations, and eventually the referee was going to say enough's enough. As Calistri gets thumped in the back and kicked as well. So there's no question that's a yellow card. And now he's slowing things down by having to deal with some cramp. It's all part of defending the lead, and Orange County have done that really well. You can't question that. I must say one thing in Phoenix Rising's defense: when you're 11 points clear at the top, is there as much need to win as there is for Orange County when you've got teams right behind you? You know, you can talk about the culture that Rick Shantz has created, and it's brilliant the way he's done it. And they all want to be legends, but there just isn't quite that necessity when you're so far ahead. So, you know, I don't think the fans should be too harsh on them.
Extra sense of urgency for Braden Cloutier's squad. As of right now, if this game were to end like this, they'd be on 28 points, 8 behind Phoenix, and then 4 clear of San Diego. But to your point, that bunch there in the middle would be tied with 4 clear of San Diego and 4 clear of Tacoma, but Tacoma does have 2 games in hand.
100%, and Tacoma are a very good team this season, very difficult to beat, so it's possible they could put a run of a few wins together quite easily. Look at those fans behind the goals, still supporting, still urging on Phoenix Rising.
They're waiting for a reason to explode. We'll have to retake this one. Even on a play that doesn't count, Rakowski makes the stop.
Referee's just pulling out 2 of the players, I guess 1 from each side, and having a word. Each one saying the other one is shoving them. Who would want to be a referee? Well done, Gerald Flores, for dealing with this.
Quinn lofts it in. Opportunity there. It's just wide. Farrell got ahead to it.
That's a great chance for Joey Farrell. He knows, you can see him gritting his teeth there. He's got his head on it. He's about 6 yards up. Beautiful ball in from Aidan Quinn. He just couldn't quite direct it into the corner. Maybe Kennan just did enough to put him off. Have a look again. He's just being pushed and shoved. And it's Robert Kennan who gets him off balance slightly. But Joey Farrell so close with the equalizer.
Switch to Billingsley. His first real involvement. Calistri. Over the top, run at the backside. Not going to get there. Was Ryan Flood.
The cross was just a little bit too long. If it had been a bit shorter, Egbo was in the middle. He'd be a good target man to aim for. Maybe this is where they do miss Dadishov. That extra bit of height that he provides as a big, tall target man. Egbo not as tall, but a lot more agile around the box and a better hold-up player. But that just needed a big center forward to get on the end of that.
Haven't called the name Solomon Asante much at all in the second half either, maybe but a handful of times.
It's one of those where you just wonder whether a couple of games rest for Solomon Asante and Santimoa might do them a world of good. They have just been absolutely outstanding all season, and they're just not up to that same level that they're capable of. And they've played virtually every game. Watch him go and score and just make everything I've said mean nothing.
He does draw the foul. There really isn't a natural spot coming up in the schedule that'll provide a break. No bye week of sorts for Phoenix. They play a week from tonight, and they play 3 games in the span of 7 days after that. Prince Sadie will enter for David Egbo.
Egbo struggled a bit compared to normal. He's been a lot better in some of the games I've seen him, but Prince Sadie, this is a chance to really win over the crowd. He's been a bit part player since he arrived from Miami FC, but he's got pace, he's got trickery. If he scored an equalizer today, they would certainly love him here at Wild Horse Pass.
Quinn sends it in. Dealt with by Richards. Here is Sadie. '90th minute at Wild Horse Pass. We await the official word on added time. Could be a big number. We've seen plenty of stoppages here in half number 2. We are into the Sprouts stoppage time. 8 minutes of added time. Mentioned earlier, 90 plus 7 against San Diego. The opportunity is there for 90 plus 8 tonight.
Calistri just saying, oh, this is a breeze. If I can do it in 97, I can do it in 98.
I think the fans here would be hoping he could do it in 92 or 93 to not let it get that far. Here's the through ball to Farrell. Sadie waiting for it to come down. Kiernan shields it off well.
Kowski has just been absolutely perfect as a goalkeeper. Nothing exceptional, nothing out of this world. Just he's been in the right place every single time. He's held onto the crosses when he's needed to. He's cleared the ball away outside his box. He just really has put on a master class of just solid, good goalkeeping.
And Orange County just putting on a clinic of how to defend the lead so far. They haven't really had any opportunities going forward. They haven't needed to. Just the one chance from Damas that he probably should have finished, to be fair. But just 3 shots, none on target, sitting back, maintaining their shape, keeping Phoenix out of the net.
100%. I mean, I guess Phoenix will say, look, they were lucky. They got a deflected goal. You know, they haven't had that many shots. They haven't done a lot, but they've just been able to defend, as you say. Once they had the lead, they were able to defend it so well. And Phoenix just haven't found a way to break it down. That's been so surprising, given how many goals they've scored. But we've mentioned it a few times. They just haven't quite got the buzz up front that they had earlier in the season.
Darwin Jones staring down Musa. Pardon me, Billingsley there. Iloski inside, Calvillo. Back out to Iloski. 2 minutes of the 8 gone. Calvillo. Inside. Cut across. Darwin Jones has a crack at it.
Just wondering how many blue shirts are going to try and hold up the play here.
Orozco nods it away. Another steady, solid night for the captain in the middle of that back line for Orange County.
Once again, all those blue shirts get behind the ball and they're going to defend in numbers as they have throughout most of this match. You actually wonder, seeing how well they've played here today, Orange County. You look at the losses to LA Galaxy 2, Las Vegas Lights away. RGV is a tricky one. San Diego, there's a lot of losses there, and you think maybe they've improved a bit. Maybe they can actually, from this, go on to have a really good run. Because they have been absolutely fantastic defensively tonight.
You mentioned earlier, though, they've dropped 8 points, I believe it was, late in games.
Yep. The most out of any team in the USL in the last calendar month.
We'll have to hold on for 4.5 more minutes to keep all 3 here. Flood turns, strikes it just wide.
Wow, what a good strike that was. He hit that beautifully. It absolutely flew. Not quite sure how wide it was because we haven't got that angle yet, but he's connected. Fantastic. Have a look, turns and in one go. Wow, that just flies past. And I'm assuming it was only a yard or so wide of that far post.
Calistri called for the foul. Orozco goes down. Some words exchanged between Calistri and the Orange County bench as he passes by.
I think they're saying that maybe there was an elbow used in the back of Orozco's head. Kiernan's saying it, Calistri's pointing fingers. This is all very stressful for both sides. For Phoenix Rising, it's frustrating. For Orange County, they're desperate to defend this lead. Have a look, is the arm raised at all? No, not really. There certainly was no elbow used. But if you're Orange County, you play it up, you try and slow the clock down, you make it an issue.
It's a good thing there's another month between the next time these two teams meet, because things have to cool down considerably.
I don't know if it's a good thing. I wouldn't mind watching this game again next week and the week after.
You'll have the chance in October when they play 11 days apart, their final 2 meetings of the season, with potentially a lot more on the line in the playoff picture. Those are 2 games you got to pull up a chair, pop some popcorn for, because things could get very heated. It got heated enough tonight, and it's only August 14th.
Again, I do feel Orange County are battling for their playoff positions because there's so many teams right behind them. They would have felt before this game that 3 points was of massive value to them, and they're so close to getting those 3 points.
Flood sends it in, backside, Sadie! The equalizer!
Yeah, we said bring on somebody different. Prince Sadie is just somebody in a different position, somebody quick to spot the opportunity. And if you want to win over the faithful here at Wild Horse Pass, now is the time to score for Prince Sadie. And he's delivered. Wow, what an ending. And they've done it before. They did it against San Diego Loyal in the dying moments. And here they are. What is this, 96th, 97th minute? Ryan Flood with the cross, and Prince Sadie, great stretch, good finish. Level terms 1-1, so tough for Orange County.
The first goal of the season for Prince Sadie. That goal brought to you by Arizona Federal Credit Union. And Prince Sadie will be treated like a king tonight at Wild Horse Pass.
I was going to say the same thing as King Sadie now.
Chance to get more. Rakowski there. Still a minute left to go in this one. Will it be 10 points dropped now in the last month for Orange County?
It will be, but I don't think there's any shame in this because they have defended so well. All I would say is that chance for Damas one-on-one early on in the second half. You really need to tuck that away because then it would have been game, set, and match.
Moar puts the head down, goes to goal. Santi Moar sends it across. It falls there. Sadie again! Denied by Rakowski.
Rakowski yet again, absolutely brilliant. But credit to Phoenix Rising. They keep creating opportunities. They keep bombing forward. Santi Moar, time and time again down that left-hand side. And this time ever so close to getting a reward.
Eight minutes have come and gone. We did have a couple stoppages in stoppage time. Curious now when the whistle blows from Gerald Flores. Moar on the left foot, saved by Rakowski. Billingsley. Calistri.
They can't do it again like they did with San Diego, Lowell. Surely not 2 goals in the last dying moments.
Asante trying to make it happen. End line. Asante, wrong side of the netting. That might be it.
Well, for Prince Sadie, I think he can go anywhere in Phoenix today and he will not have to pay for a drink because he is the hero of the moment. Solomon Asante is absolutely finished there. And again, as he runs in the box, he had a chance to pass it, didn't. Eventually just knocked it into the side netting. So it hasn't been vintage Solomon Asante, but Prince Sadie has dug them out of a hole.
And that one goal that's still there on the list for Phoenix Rising, still alive, go undefeated at home this season. Prince Sadie saves it. Rick Shantz, his team avoids the loss at home. They go to 7-0-2 at Wild Horse Pass. They haven't lost since June 19th against San Diego, and they still haven't lost at home since all the way back last September. The fans celebrate. Last week, it was a draw that felt like a loss against Vegas. This, a draw that maybe feels like a win in the dying embers against Orange County.
Welcome, Prince Sadie. Welcome to Phoenix. He's truly arrived now. And that is the brilliance of Phoenix Rising. They kept the pressure on. They kept going. It was really up to Orange County to get a second on the break, and they should have done with Damas, but didn't. And they paid the price in the end.
The first meeting between these two teams this season lived up to the billing. 1-1 it finishes. 90+6, Prince Sadie equalizes. We need a break here. We'll come back and wrap it up in just a moment.
The unknown is not empty. It's a storm that crashes and consumes, replacing thought with worry. But one thing can calm uncertainty: an answer. Uncovered through exploration, teamwork, and innovation. An answer that leads to even more answers. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
They say life's a journey. You can't always control where you go, but you can pick who you take with you. So instead of just a health insurance plan, why not choose a healthcare partner? Arizona Complete Health has marketplace Medicaid and Medicare options to protect your health at every stage of life. And maybe even a few important additions, too. Because life is unpredictable and surprising. It's good to know you'll be covered, wherever it takes you.
It finishes 1-1 at Wild Horse Pass with Gary Bailey. I'm Joe Malfa. What a finish it was. 89th minute, Prince Sadie subs on. 90+6, Prince Sadie equalizes it for Phoenix Rising.
And he is now King Sadie, but this is Phoenix Rising. They put the ball in the box so often, they get runners in there. Yeah, they struggled throughout the match to break down a very resolute Orange County defense, but again, just a number of opportunities. Something has to break your way eventually. It was a lucky goal for Orange County with a deflection, so they got their break there. Phoenix Rising got their break at the end. Prince Sadie, good finish, and they've got a draw out of it. The fans love it. Tough for Orange County to go back with just the 1 point, but I think they'll take a lot of pride from a fantastic defensive effort tonight.
Phoenix Rising reads the fans, and we'll take a look at the full-time highlights of what turned out to be a very eventful first meeting in this top-of-the-table clash.
Certainly did. There was a couple of chances early on. Aidan Quinn had a great chip, but the first goal came from the Solowski run down the right, squares it to Kaningaus. He has a shot, gets a wicked deflection. We can only assume, we can't see how bad the deflection is here, but we know from coach Rick Shantz that Andre Rolls couldn't save it because of the deflection. So 1-0 to Orange County, and they were ahead. And then from then on was a case of defending and trying to catch Phoenix Rising on the counter. Not much the goalkeeper can do when it gets deflected. And here's a situation on the counter-attack. Now really, Damas with his pace, he's well clear, he's got time. Head up, just needs to stick it past Andre Rolls. He does stick it past Andre Rolls, but he also sticks it past that far post. Imagine if they'd have gone 2-0 up then, could have been a totally different story. And from then onwards, it was just pressure from Phoenix Rising, trying to get an angle. Joey Calistri, once again, Patrick Rakowski in goal, save after save after save from the goalkeeper there, the German goalkeeper. Joey Calistri, a sub brought on to try and get the breakthrough, and he tried ever so hard, but eventually it was Prince Sadie down that left-hand side. Ryan Flood with the ball in. Prince Sadie sticks out that left foot, and for the first time, nothing Rakowski can do about that in goal.
Prince Sadie, his first for Phoenix, could not have come at a more opportune moment, and an opportunistic finish as well, as it fell through to him. Fans at Wild Horse Pass love it. The shots stick out. 26 shots for Phoenix, and it still took until 90+6 to get that tying goal.
Yeah, that was great defending from Orange County, but you know, the match is going to be skewed that way because Orange County were 1-up and they were holding on to the lead. Possession, again, very much in favor of Phoenix Rising. But I think Orange County will take great heart from the fact that they played well, they had their chances, and they defended really, really well. But if you're going to play counter-attack football and you get a counter-attack opportunity, then you have to take it. And Damas let Phoenix Rising off the hook and paid the price in the final moments.
Can't wait to do this 3 more times this season between these teams. 1-1 in the end at Wild Horse Pass. For my partner Gary Bailey and the rest of our incredible crew, I'm Joe Malva saying good night. 1 for Phoenix, 1 for Orange County.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.